Fiona is a sleep therapist. She is a child development expert. So Fiona, we've heard about this research that you've performed. Can you just in a nutshell tell our audience what you've done?
Before you start, can you tell us where it was that you did the research?
In Israel. I took a group of 5 women aged 35 years upwards, 5 years postpartum. And the idea of the research was to see how sleep loss affected weight and hormones.
Okay.
Interesting.
So we have some questions that arose from this particular research that we're interested in asking you.
Okay, fantastic.
One of them is, what is the most important component from your finding in sleep? Is it quality or quantity?
It's a combination of both, but quality is just as important as the quantity. So let's say a mum slept a 6-hour night, but the sleep was fractured and she was in and out of light sleep. It means that she basically slept 3 hours. So it doesn't matter if she clocked the 6 hours, the quality of sleep was equivalent to about 3 hours.
So if a mom can sleep 4 consecutive hours deeply,
yeah,
then that's a good night.
Yeah, that's a good night.
Oh, brilliant.
I feel so much better when I've slept 4 proper hours.
Me too. Yeah, I'm totally functioning on 4 hours a day, whereas pre-pregnancy, 10 hours wasn't enough.
Weren't enough.
I have another question on that line. Rest, does that count?
Cat naps are fantastic.
No, I don't mean cat naps. I mean, I often, I can't
in bed.
I can't fall asleep during the day, but there have been times where I've been so exhausted that I just crawled in for a few minutes, closed my eyes, did not sleep at all. Does that work?
It does, because it puts you in a resting mode. It's not sleep, obviously, but you go into a state of pre-sleep and relaxation, which helps you relax, which releases the hormone that makes you feel calmer, and it reduces the cortisol levels, which we have when we're so stressed, when we come home, when we're trying to cram everything into a day. So you feel this sense of relaxation when you put your feet up, when you're not watching TV, just when you're with yourself.
Okay. Oh, so TV doesn't count as rest?
It does, but what's happening in your brain, it's not exactly rest.
All right.
Fiona, tell us about your research.
Okay, so we did a link between the chronic and poor dietary choices and sleep deprivation. The idea was to take a 900-calorie diet and to sleep 4 hours. And then to sleep 6 hours, and to check how it affected. With the younger subjects that wasn't in my group, they were found that the recovery time was within a week. They were back to normal. The body clock and the hormones that fluctuated were back balanced. But the older women, it took up to 2.5 weeks, even more.
Older, above 35?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. And in these women, did it make a difference? Like, let's say they were sleep deprived.
Yeah.
Immediately following that deprivation, was their sleep deeper?
No. Because what happened is the leptin, the hormone made by the fat, sent the body in a state of famine. So whenever there was calories missing, the body didn't know how to regulate it, and it caused drops in the glucose level, in the autoimmune hormones in the body, and it took the oldest woman was 39, and it took her over 3 weeks for her body to.
Was this due to the lack of food?
Everything.
Everything.
Yeah, everything.
What does it mean when your body's in a state of famine, that it doesn't let go of calories, that it doesn't?
Yeah, it stores fat, because 900 calories, I mean,
it's nothing.
It's nothing. I mean, there are diets that you go on and you reduce it to, let's say, 1,200 calories, but for a nursing mother, or for a mother, let's say 3 years postpartum, she's got a lot to deal with. She's got children to run after. She's got things to organize. So 900 calories
minimum, nothing.
It's minimum, yeah.
What surprised you about the research that you had done?
The age. The age thing, because I know I'm a guinea pig to my own research, so I often, stay
You're
up
a
late.
35 mother? 35 plus one?
I'm 40.
Wow.
Yeah, so I find myself in states of insomnia. From my own doing, of course. I'm up late on the computer, and blue tablets, the blue shortwave backlit screens are the worst thing for anybody, in
Really?
fact, for switching off at the end of the evening. Because the blue light emits a light that actually suppresses the melatonin levels that we need to fall into a sleep.
Is that TV as well?
Yeah. Also TV.
So TV, computers.
But the worst is the iPhone. You've probably seen this video viral about how the iPhone's in our everyday when we go out with friends, and at the end of the video, it's on Facebook. You see a guy in bed with his wife. She turns the light off, and he's got the iPhone above her head. So this is really, really common, and it's a sleep killer.
We have sleep schedules for our babies.
Yeah.
If we're good parents. Do adults have sleep schedules?
We should prepare ourselves for sleep. Healthy sleep hygiene, which is just as important as healthy nutrition. So how to prepare ourselves for bed. It's not watching TV and then changing into pajamas. The best case, having a shower, but...
having a shower before a hot shower.
It is important. I've brought some oils here to talk about how to prepare the room for sleep. To air the room before you go into the room. 20 minutes, I know in the summer it's hot and steamy, but it's still important to take out the air that's been in the room. And
is air conditioner okay?
It is okay, but it's still important to change the air that was in the room. These oils that I've bought here, it's simple. It's lavender and sandalwood, and the other one's jasmine. I didn't have any left. If you put it in a small water in your room, this helps.
Warm water or just
a bowl of water?
A bowl of cold water. This helps with inducing sleep. Very nice.
Can you put them on your pillow?
No, it's better in an actual bowl of water if you smell it. To see how nice that is.
Can I put it in the humidifier in the baby's room?
No. In a bowl of water
under
the baby's bed, yeah. Yeah. So this is another trick.
It smells like a spa.
Yeah. So these healthy, calming associations we have help us with sleep. And again...
So a warm shower. No TV, no iPhone. No. I mean, how many of us, the last thing we do is check our iPhone?
And how many of us have a TV in our bedroom?
How many of us have an office in our bedroom? We take our tablets to bed with us, and it's terrible because, okay, you will fall asleep within an hour, but again, the sleep will be fractured. You won't be in the non-REM 3 and 4, the deeper sleep stages. And you'll wake up feeling groggy.
Fiona, how much sleep is enough?
Everyone's individual. I mean, some adults can get by on 6 hours. Some need that 9 hours. It's everyone's individual.
And is 4 hours okay?
No, 4 hours is not okay. It's not enough. 6 hours is the minimum.
Okay.
Yeah.
But what you're saying, I mean, I kept thinking, okay, my baby's now, it's okay, I don't sleep. I'm not going to sleep this year, but next year I will, or the year after. But you're actually saying it has a long-term effect?
If you've gathered a sleep debt for months on end, yes, it will take its toll. And studies showed that the glucose levels were so disrupted that in some cases it can cause type 2 diabetes.
Wow.
Sleep loss for over, So it's really important to prepare yourself and to do everything that you can in this modern living to ensure that what happens in the day won't affect your...
aside from the hormonal effect, another effect of lack of sleep is that you're so tired that you're trying to stay awake during the day with sugar. Or
exactly.
With whatever you can grab.
Or junk food.
Junk food.
Yeah, and that's what the body is asking for. It's tricking us. The leptin, it's a hormone made by the fat tissue that helps the brain to regulate the food intake, is actually lying to us. And it's putting us in a state of famine where food is readily available. So we take whatever, usually it's a white carb, that's something quick that we can take to raise that blood sugar
Last night
level.
when I put my kids to sleep, I was so exhausted. There was a big slab of dairy milk that my mother bought me from London, and I opened the whole slab, and I think I ate half of the slab because I was so tired. I was just purely like tired eating.
Yeah. Did it make you thirsty
it's a state
afterwards?
we know well.
Yeah. And then I drank water and woke up to pee 5 times during the night. It was all great.
I have a question for you in terms, because you mentioned this before, and I'm sorry I'm backtracking, but will sleep deprivation eventually cause us to be insomniacs?
It depends to what degree. I mean, if you've had, let's say, a few weeks of your baby's teething and you've been up all night, but you did clock the 6 hours, then no.
6 hours interrupted?
Interrupted, yeah. Okay. I can say that. But let's say it's an ongoing thing where it's nothing to do with your baby, but you yourself have put yourself in a way of living that you'll go to sleep, let's say, at midnight. You'll wake up at your normal time, let's say 6 to start the day. You don't eat properly. You don't rest. So this will have a toll on your whole well-being, not just sleep.
Fiona, can I ask you something about insomnia? I know it's probably a whole topic on its own, and we can discuss this on another show, but I experienced I've never had a problem sleeping when I had my first baby, because I was waking up all the time. I got to the stage at night where he would sleep 4 or 5 hours in a row, and I would lie in bed.
I would lie in bed for 2 hours.
I'd lie in bed exhausted and not sleep, and I even had nights where I didn't sleep.
Exactly.
And he would start crying to start the day at 6, and I hadn't slept, and I was like on a roll for the next day.
Yeah.
Is that something that's common?
It's very common. It's common. It's common because of our hormone changes after birth, and it's also common because we're parents and we're worried and we can't switch off because it's our new baby, and we want to be consciously awake, and we don't allow ourselves to get into that.
Yeah, I think it was one of the scariest things I've ever had happen to me. Like, you can go crazy not sleeping.
You can.
It's frightening.
It's a form of torture.
It is. It is.
Fiona, we appreciate the fact that you came in and that you share your work with us.
Great
Thank
to
you.
be here.
And we'll certainly have you back soon.
Fantastic.
Thank you for coming.
You're welcome.